What's next?
From the fact that she can exist in these 2 dimensions, it's also crazy that she got a character design change, because when the kids travel into the books, they don't look 2-dimensional. I'm running out of...
Yeah. That's weird. I think I remember making a video at one point that maybe they should swap every now and then, like the super readers are 2-dimensional and the book characters are 3D. That's a bad idea, actually. It would mess up the lore. Well, mess up the true lore that I reject.
Ideas. Can you come up with something now? I have to talk about how Wyatt bullies me. What did she say? Why?
You got that right, past version of you. Explain!
It has a main character complex. I don't know if I just beef with every single main character, because guess what? I'm the real main character. But I don't know, this kid annoys me. Between him always having to save the day at the end, not once throughout these 103 episodes did anybody else save the day at the end. It always had to be him. Titular bitchular. But he also orders us around.
Say your name. Read with me.
Don't tell me what to do.
And also...
What was that? What was the clip from the last thing from? Was it from Friends or something?
A lot of the time when they skedaddle to the book club, it's terrible timing. It's so stressful when they go on an adventure, when an issue has to be dealt with now. Season 1, episode 19, Wyatt lost his lizard.
Oh yeah, that episode. Oh, and that was also the same episode with 0 more hints.
1, episode 8, Princess P's cat is stuck in a tree.
And apparently, going into a book is more important than saving the cat. Oh, he did look up after trying to figure out if cats were truly afraid of heights when I talked about this episode and Howden weirdest Super Y episodes, and I actually found out that cats are actually not afraid of heights, and this is just natural instincts, and the cartoon is wrong.
When they can't get her down, naturally they go on an adventure in a book and just leave the cat in the freaking tree. What if they come back and the cat's gone? Then what? Will they have to jump in another book?
Apparently.
Like, why couldn't they at least animate an adult watching the cat until the kids got back? But let's go back.
Yeah, they could have done that. Oh my goodness, this person and worked on Blue's Clues, which I heard one reviewer say was probably one of the best kid shows out there. How did she screw this up?
To the Wyatt losing his lizard story. The super story answer that we get at the end of the episode is look for clues. But what's weird is as soon as they jumped into the story, Wyatt is the one that suggested they look for clues. Right off the bat.
I wasn't even paying attention. I personally wasn't paying attention to that point in the episode. I was just waiting for 0 more hints to show up and making jokes about how Bo Peep is psychotic.
He didn't need to jump into the story for the answer. Wyatt already knew what to do. And I feel like this happens way more than he admits. In season 1, episode 51, Wyatt's problem was that when he visited all 3 of his friends, they were too busy to hang out with him. So he called the super readers, which are obviously those same 3 friends, to tell
Muffled Up Fairy Tales is actually the episode I was going to watch on April Fool's Day, but I found out too late that it wasn't available. So now, if I think about watching an episode, I'll check first. Before Saturday comes. If it's not available, I know to skip it for now and find something else. To be honest, I was so relieved when I found out Boy Who Drew Cats was available. Because after coming up with that amazing lore idea, I didn't want to get too excited about watching it in case it wasn't. Okay, anyway, but, like, the logic of that episode.
Tell them about his problem that it seems like he just solved. Let me act out the situation.
Boo-hoo. I'm so sad I can't hang out with my friends today. me with this problem.
There's no
So true.
problem anymore. They're there with you. Shut up. Something to note. Wyatt is always the one to call these meetings. He sees his friend in trouble and decides for them that this is the best solution. And
Yeah, I'm gonna try to fix that in my lore by having the character who's having the problem tell him maybe you should call the book club. I need help, and then he calls them. There, problem solved.
sometimes, guess what? It isn't. Season 1, episode 13, the problem is that Pig didn't pack for a picnic, so he's hungry as shit. Instead of getting this kid food, they forced him to read a book.
No matter what you say is wrong with the show, I'm always gonna like it.
The bossiness of Wyatt is unmatched.
I'd be so hangry.
Also, side note, the way he got his name is stupid. In season 3, episode 1, when it goes into their origin story, trust me, way more on that later, Wyatt says his name is Wyatt because he asks why a lot. I thought
Is that actually canon? I mean, I don't know. Maybe asking why a lot was just something he did as a baby. So they decided, okay, fine, your name is Wyatt. That makes it make more sense. But I actually made some lore about how Peg's mom was lazy before she died, since she named all of her children and Pig, and little extension, the little short versions of biggest pig, pig, middle pig, littlest pig. Maybe that mom deserved to die. I'm joking, I'm not a jerk.
Thought it was a coincidence. Because who on earth would name their kids this way? Yeah, my kid's first word was mom, so I named her Mom.
Imagine. Maybe that's what happened with Timmy Turner's parents. His dad's first word was dad, so they called him Dad. Oh no, that's canon in my lore now.
That's kind of confusing sometimes.
Are you holding the step stool too?
When the fairy tales are changed from the start.
Okay.
The strangest thing is when the
I like how you actually put out your finger to... That's nice.
show itself changes the fairy tales before the super readers even get the chance to. The strangest example was in season 1, episode 32. The lesson that Wyatt needs to learn is that lying is bad. What better fairy tale to learn this than with Pinocchio?
Yes. I think I originally said that this was the supposed worst episode because they weren't actually helping him. They were reinforcing his problem. Until the end, at least. Which they did the same thing with King Midas. Yep, that's actually how it's supposed to be pronounced. I learned that because of the new Minecraft April Fool's update. So April Fools can teach you something. Okay, carry on. Actually, I need to call it apart first.